This is how we play.
The hardware acceleration is too harsh on Firefox. Streamlabs can't show it.
That's fair.
And then if I try this one, it won't find it because it's got some kind of metal. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's got a problem. We'll just click the
It's cool. It's a cool little software. It was like $20, and you can make decent maps for public use. Big learning curve, though.
Oh, I imagine. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to be learning how to use fucking what's it called? Fantasy Grounds. I have not done that.
Yeah, I've been debating doing that over Roll20.
Well, if you're interested in Fantasy Grounds, then maybe I'll drag you in with Codeman, and because Codeman said he was interested as well, because it's good for everybody. And then I'll figure out how to do. I was going to do Lost Mine of Phandelver in my campaign setting, but my 5th edition DM started doing that already. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the way to handle things.
Yeah, because that's the bandit camp in Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Wait, this is you made the bandit camp that's already in Horde of the Dragon Queen, or this is what the map you're using?
That's what I'm using. The map, it's very close to the map that they give you. But the map they give you is like a two-tone colored, shitty fucking map.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
All right. What is this? This is storeroom. Well,
I just don't like the subscription with Roll20.
No, neither do I, and I never use it. I've never paid for the subscription.
I've been playing with it and using it now, and it's nice to have API access to do that kind of stuff, but if you're only playing once every 2 weeks, it's not worth it. Yeah.
No, I would not. I mean, I play a lot more than that, and I still wouldn't pay for it. Plus, the guy that runs it, I mean, I'm with him and everything, but he's kind of a dick. Like he's just
the Taking 20 that system.
No, Roll20. The guy who started Roll20 is kind of an asshole. I don't really want to give him money.
That's fair.
He's a nasty person. I don't even disagree with any of his standings on anything. I just think he's a dick.
Riley, Nolan, or Richard?
I don't remember. Anyway. I think Riley.
Well, I get
that's a shot in the dark, though. But yeah, he made a lot of decisions that were like extremely alienating for a lot of people, and I was like, just don't be a dick, dude. You can pay other people to do that. Just don't be an asshole.
Kind of waiting for Foundry VTT to come out.
What's that?
Which is Foundry Virtual Tabletop. It's the same idea as Roll20, but it's a single purchase.
Oh, that sounds neat. Yeah, like Fantasy Grounds is a single. Well, not a single purchase. Fantasy Grounds is, I guess, more like Paradox. It's more like a Paradox business model.
Because this one has API access, has all that kind of stuff. Like $50 US, but it's one-time payment.
Yeah.
We'll wait a few weeks after it comes out to see the reviews, but
yeah, maybe wait and see if you can get it on a Steam sale or a Humble Bundle, depending on how patient you are. Dude, that's how I got Vegas. Most of the stuff that I do for YouTube, I make my YouTube videos on Vegas, and I got Vegas for pittance. But of course, it's an old version of Vegas, and it doesn't work terribly well. And all of the advice for trying to help when something goes wrong is like, I don't know, get better at computers, fuckwad. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I might as well have paid for a system that, works.
Yeah, that sounds like half the game developers out there. Oh, your game's crashing? Buy a new graphics card.
Yeah, like they're always like that. Like they can't. I blame capitalism for that too, but that one's a harder sell. But it's like people are just like, oh yes, the system is perfect because we can't complain about the system. They literally pay us. So what are we going to do? Risk our jobs on bitching about the system? We're not going to do that. We're going to say, oh, it must be user error, but then nothing gets fixed. And when nothing gets fixed, everybody goes, this system doesn't work, and nobody fixes it. Nobody buys it, and they lose their money. Everybody loses. The people buying it lose their money. The people selling it lose their money. The people lying for the company lose their money. It just sucks for everybody. And that's just how we do business in America. Here we are.
Yeah. It's not just America.
Well, true, yeah. Okay. Now how do I do the grow lamps? Because this fucking thing's right in the way. Because ideally they'd go right where this fucker is. See what I'm, like right up here, follow the line, right here. This is where it would start, and this is in the way.
When you had that geyser there.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Okay, you. I mean, it's still not ideal, but if we did it like this, we could go... that might not be enough room. Yeah, I fucked it up. Look at that shit. I mean, really?
Carve out the mountain.
Maybe. This is still in the... Because this... If this lined up with this, I would be quite pleased. It's not. If I move this down, and this is just kind of in the way still... Maybe I'm just being a bitch about it.
I didn't realize how little of Nostria you have mapped out already.
Well...
Like, it's not a huge portion.
On Saturday, I think they're going to alleviate that to some extent, although their maps are going to be very out of date. Depending on how far they get. There is potential that on Saturday that will change.
Is that the one I'm in?
Are you in on Saturday? You tell me.
What's the one you said there was a space and I jumped in? Dwarven Burial Grounds too?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I hopped in that one.
All right. If you guys find the topograph they're looking for in that burial ground, then that could change dramatically. I mean, sort of, but not really. Because the thing is, the maps that are in there are going to be very, very old, but you'll learn a lot about that place.
I guess I'll have to ask their the characters what we're doing.
That's a mission that's been sitting around a long time because nobody wanted to travel out there and figure it out. That's
another thing. Character map. I want to make sure I'm not horribly under-leveled.
I think most people are going to be level 1. None of the veterans are going with you, I don't think.
I guess it's just how well I can play the character.
The real issue with that mission is going to be the fact that you're going to run out of time. Like, you guys are going to be exploring, and it's going to hit 10 o'clock, and I'm going to have to cut you off. And I don't know where you'll be or how much you'll find. But my guess is that there'll be quite a lot more to discover by the time the clock runs out.
Oh, so there'll be a plus part 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
I shouldn't have done that, but I lucked out. And then we'll get rid of these and just expand the brewery. Leave it to Lampe to make the decision to expand the brewery. This will be the drugstore, because this is
that's happiness, though.
Yeah, this is almost certainly ancient danger. This is full of mechanoids or some shit. Okay, we got this asshole, and this asshole, and the third one will be there. Go to structures. Throw down this thing. Yeah. And then there's a swamp in the fucking way. Of course there is. I mean, I could have sworn I landed in a jungle and not a swamp, but what do I know?
I have to say, once I read the what's it, this made a lot more sense. The
Nostria what's it?
Yeah. The whole system, that character creation and what I can do made a shitload more sense.
It started out as an observation, and then my players started specifically requesting that this be how they make characters. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. It's organizational, it's collectivist. I liked it a lot. There's a lot of good things about People have to work together to make people.
And I like that because I came out not having. Well, I went in thinking one thing, came out with another thing, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, well, the other issue too is with Lamp Edition, people are like, okay, I want to play a rogue. What's the best? What's the best race for a rogue? Oh, that's going to be halfling. So I'm assuming I'm going to play a halfling rogue. And I'm like, all right. Do you want to be an invoker in this system? What the fuck is that? Well, you know, it's not what you're used to, that's for sure. And they don't know what to do with it. Cody was sort of the opposite direction, though, because Cody came into this and he was like, you could be a Dragonborn? Fuck yeah, I want to be that. What do I have to do to get Dragonborn? Who do I have to make? I will pirate software for you if you will let me be the one who has the exotic race. And people were like, holy shit. It was amazing.
It made me realize like how strong some of these abilities are at first level.
I mean, it kind of depends on how you look at it. In my observation of this whole thing, the best and the most powerful abilities are things that are easily overlooked because people are obsessed with damage. But a druid can just become something. And if you have the right build, that something could be within 2 size categories of your person within the first level of the character.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm thinking, like, looking at the Endure Elements ritual. Sure, that's amazing now, but if you're in that situation where you're being fucked by shitty conditions and it's going to screw you, if you have that, that just wipes that entire potential away.
Yeah. Because
like you said, it happens.
Yeah, and in 5th edition, it's funny because like wow, what's his name? Cody. Fucking not our Cody, the other Cody.
The Take 20 guy?
Yes, the Take 20 guy. Yeah, he talks about stuff a lot where the way that he talks about Dungeons and Dragons, he is not. Look at this piece of shit. Why is this in a chemical pond? Disgusting. This is where I'm storing stuff. I'm just going to store it in a chemical pond. Why not? But the way he talks about, especially 5th edition, it's like he's not doing exploration. There's no exploration in his descriptions, and he's like, these spells are useless. Who would ever use these? And I'm like, anybody who's not in town at the moment. But it sounds like that his approach to the game is a lot more like, all right, everybody's done with whatever the fuck they're doing. We're going to the site where the action happens, and then they go to action mode, and they need action spells. But in order to in Nostria, a lot of the game is just fucking around in the wilderness, trying to figure out whether or not you can fish in a fucking pond, and you cross celestial messengers on the way for no reason. Like, that shit happens all the time. People were just out in the mountains being like, let's see if we can find some alpacas, and got ambushed by a gray dragon. You know, the thing's 40 feet long.
Yeah, I know the stat block of a 5e dragon. You're not fucking with that thing.
It's huge and horrible.
Yeah, those things are fucking huge.
Yeah, man. It's enormous and terrifying. It's just one of those things where it's like, that's what the random die gave him, and that's how the game works. But if you're in the wilderness, shit can go terribly, terribly wrong. And if you're just playing in games consistently where you're not doing exploration, Endure Elements is worthless. It's a silly spell. Why would you take that when you could deal damage? But if you're going to be stuck in the wilderness for ages and you don't know what's going to happen, then if you don't take Endure Elements, you've got to deal with the monsoons in Nostria or the snowstorms in Icewind Dale, you know, and that shit sucks.
The wet, the cold, the hot, everything, yeah.
Yeah, the deserts of Kalimshan. To hell with that. Or literally all of Dark Sun. Because there's nowhere in Dark Sun that doesn't suck.
It's one of those little perks that are going to come in handy a lot of times.
I imagine so.
Yeah, I've been doing a shitload of just going over the what's it, just making sure I understand the class.
Well, class is in your case.
Yeah, just so I don't fucking be that guy who has to spend 2 minutes every time it's my turn.
Oh, I know what you mean. And in this game, it happens a lot, because things will go very smoothly, and then suddenly you'll be like, wait, how does this work? And then it all grinds to a halt, and then you try to figure it out, and then by the time you figured it out, I've had to go to the what's it and make edits because I've realized that there's problems with it. That's playtesting anyway, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Like,
sure
my-
Matt Colville puts up with more than enough of that when they're doing their shit
Probably does.
at MCDM.
Like, the way I see this character running is in a normal fight. Like, I'll send my Spirit Zephyr in to give everyone +1 on range attacks.
Every time I hear that,
I know.
Like, that's the first thing. You send the bird in or whatever to give +1. I'm gonna shoot with arrows
Yeah, man.
until I can't shoot with arrows.
Okay.
And that's me. And if I need to control something with the Sleet Storm spell that I picked up, and that'll only come in handy if there's a couple of situations.
Yeah. It's really cool, though. And now that you can move it around without it being ridiculous or silly.
And besides that, like, face step to get out of terrible danger. I have a high AC, so I can take kind of the weaker attacks, maybe. But if I'm in the shit, I'll just fucking get out of there. Arcane channeling doesn't affect me yet, but it will eventually.
Oh, because it says arcane, doesn't it? You don't have arcane. Even with the change that I made.
But if you can inflict touch and range arcane attacks, powers, combat spells, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
With a melee weapon.
Yeah, attack. Spells are powers, by the way. Which is something that should be written somewhere, and I don't think it says that verbatim. But they do count as powers. It's just you can only use one for extended rest.
Yeah, and once I get one, then yeah, that'll apply.
Yeah, because they're not arcane. And I was even making sure that that was going to be cool, and that was going to work for you, and it didn't dawn on me that your spells aren't arcane, so that technically doesn't work.
I was even looking at the other options, and they didn't really work either.
I mean, no. Because it's either going to be Imp Mod. I mean, you could have done Swordbound, I suppose. Maybe. I'm not even sure that's true, because I think you have the freebie. Anyway, just stick with what you got, and we'll fix it later if it turns out to be...
Oh, yeah.
If it turns out that I'm wrong. Okay, start. One. No, here. One. No, just... No, it's this one. Okay, here we are. Here, 1, 2, 3, here. 24. And the fridge, which is 16 by 16. I have grown wiser since I've drawn the thing, and we're going to put that over there, because it needs to be able to teleport shit. Alright, this. Alright, you. Yes, you exist. Who is it around here who does the tangerine wheat? What were you saying?
I couldn't have gotten Swordbound. That's not Duskblade.
Oh, okay.
I could have gotten Quick Cast.
Wait, what is Swordbound?
Swordbound is Spell Sword.
Oh, yeah.
Swordbound is a page that didn't load.
Because it's from 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think. No, it's the Aegis from 4th edition.
No.
It is not Aegis. Aegis has the block ability. They don't have Swordbound? It can't be.
Maybe they don't.
If it's just in general, you should be able to take it. Unless you got what you did because it's specifically what the Gish class feature gave you. Unless it's your, this class allows you to choose the subtype, whatever feature.
I mean, eventually I might pick up a arcane power just to make that worth it, but that's later down the road.
I mean, there's plenty of them. You might look those over and see if any of them are a power that you could deliver through the sword that would be of use to you, and if not, you can trade that out.
I mean, the only one that looked like it was viable was what, Acid Splash?
Does that one not proc off of an ability that's bad for you?
Here, let me find it.
It's a pretty small lodge.
Duskblade 2 words or 1?
2, I think.
1.
Oh,
No,
Duskblade is 1? Okay. Now, so is what I know.
Same as before when I was... what did I type before?
Does this need to be inverted?
Spellbook and Spellbook.
Yes, this needs to go the other way. Spellbook and Spellbook, Dragonborn and Dragonborn.
Yeah.
There was another one, too.
But like Spellbook, all one word, was 2 things popped up, and Spellbook separated was 7.
Yeah.
Is Duskblade a Gish class?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'd learn information on it.
We did that first. Cool.
Yeah, Duskblade have animalistic power as a feature. Sure Strike and Arch of Acid.
Arc, but yeah. Versus
Intelligence, which is better than nothing that I have.
yeah. But what was it we were talking about? Specifically, we were talking about
The Arcane Channeling?
Well, we were talking about the Swordbound, but that's not something you can use arcane channeling for anyway.
Yeah, and I don't see that in Duskblade.
You can still use the generals though, so if it's a general, you can still have that.
Okay, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, you can still have the general. You just can't have something that's specific to a build you don't have access to.
Fair enough. That's good to know. I guess that'll come when we level up, and we'll go over that.
Yeah, we might as well put that off until we know what's happening. Because you might even be like, yeah, I mean, this is great and everything, but I want to multi-class as a cleric for whatever reason. It's like, all right, I'm a cleric of Curl and Larathian now, or whatever it might be.
I mean, the way I've been seeing the Gish class, or not the Gish, the Shaman class, I'm gonna focus on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool shit in it, but the thing about the Shaman class is like, even people who are kind of like, oh, the Shaman class is sort of neat, wind up going somewhere else, like they multi-class into something else, and they wind up focusing on the something else, or they're like, man, this is like really cool. I've been looking for this for a long time in Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm like, have you? Because I thought it was coming out of left field. But you know, people have been saying that since 4th edition when they first came out. So apparently, somebody sees something.
And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making any choices or decisions now. It's far too early.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. What did I pick? I picked Sky Shaman.
Yeah.
Now that I know general features or something.
Let's just get right up and personal with this ancient danger. Like, we're not afraid. Because we aren't a load of...
Yeah, it could be good. Could be good. It could be a bunch of settlers.
Yeah. I mean, it will be, because if there's anything else in there standing in the way of me and those settlers, I'm going to kill them. But...
And it's definitely not going to be like an eldritch horror that emerges from the cocoon.
If it is, it's going to be an eldritch horror that eats a lot of fucking machine gun fire right quick. Because I'm not punching through this thing until I've got super weapons, don't you doubt?
Oh, fuck yeah. I made that mistake once in a playthrough.
Oh, really? It really
like,
sucks, huh?
I had like 5 or 6 guys, and I got lucky, and it was the mountain I was tunneling into. Right when I started was the tomb.
Yeah, mechanoids will fuck you up early in the game.
Yeah.
They're nasty, nasty. Like it's so funny because like the big caterpillar things, they just like wander around firing their minigun, And they're so funny because they're sort of pathetic because they can't hit anything. Although their guns are really powerful if they happen to hit something, so they'll destroy your whole base even if they can't hit you personally. But the thing is, they can take so fucking much punishment. It takes forever to kill them. And the scythers will snipe you to death in an instant or chop your head off with their scythe arms. They're so terrifying. But you're focusing on the big caterpillar things because it takes everything to kill them.
It's awful. They just wreck you.
Really makes me want to play again.
I don't know, man. Like, I haven't actually been able to play in ages. What I'm doing right now is just trying to figure out how to get my mods and the game I'm trying to restore to work together. And there has been hour upon hour upon hour of failure. I don't even know what I'm replacing with soil right now. And you might have noticed I'm also in the debug system. So I'm cheating my ass off even to just get the games fucking started. And it doesn't always work.
Yeah, there's a huge learning curve to Rimwrold.
Well, you say learning curve. There's huge die rolls and what's gonna fuck you. And sometimes it just rolls the die motherfucker result and you just die. And that's on base building mode.
I swear there have been some plays I've did better in the North Pole Tundra than I did in the best climate spot.
Yeah, isn't that weird how that happens? Because it's how the dice land, you know? Like, I'm watching Quill18 play one now, and he just ate a bunch of shit and had to go back to a save, and is being fucking salty as hell about it. And I'm just like, if he can't do it, I sure as shit can't. I'm not even gonna bother, I'm just gonna cheat, because fuck that. I love this game, I just hate everything about it. Like,
that sounds like any.
Yeah, like dating and taxes. Nope.
Taxes.
Still doesn't work. No! Damn it! I punched a hole in the wall.
You'll have to let me know some of the mods you use, because I'm looking for good lists.
You want the Vanilla Plus series. There's like 9 of the damn things. They're all good.
Because last time I played, I used the circuit breaker mod.
I still use that.
I kept fucking blowing up my batteries.
Yeah, I still use the circuit breaker mod. It's great.
And as soon as one blows up, they all start to fucking go cascading, and then you can't afford to repair them all.
That's not even my problem. That's not even my issue. My issue is that the fire. Anything that catches fire just burns the whole fucking map down unless there's a rainstorm. And they've got to do something about that, because there have been plenty of planets where a fire started somewhere on the planet and didn't burn the whole fucking planet down. So, like, seriously, Rimwrold mods. Seriously.
And you used all wood as well, so you're fucked.
No, because I'm going to use the fucking console to shut that shit down the second a fire starts, because I think it's bullshit. Like, all of Japan has been building all of their buildings out of wood for thousands of years, and nobody ever burnt the whole planet down. So fuck them. It's dumb.
Fair.
I hate it. Alright, put this over here. Well, that would be an interior door. Am I building an interior door? I don't think so. Because this offset is devastating. This piece of shit has thrown everything off so far. This is probably an outside door. Alright, lodge. This is going to be the lodge. It's a small lodge, but it's a lodge. Oh, the prison. Fuck. Alright, here's how we're going to do that. I'm just doing this to be safe because I don't want to awaken the ancient danger.
It builds character.
Yeah. It kills characters is what it does.
Your starting team can deal with it.
I mean, I cheated the shit out of this starting team, but I'd have to, like, give them weapons, etc. Alright, let's see here. Let's go to structure, steel. Yeah, you. This is going to be the outer wall over here. Like that. Oh, wow, I could put it like here. There's only 16.
Yeah, that's getting complicated, I've got to admit. This is very close. Yep, there we are. It's like playing Minesweeper. It is exactly like Minesweeper. If you get to the center and you were wrong, you awaken the ancient danger and everything sucks forever.
Oh, you did. You did it, though.
Okay, right, like that. Okay. And this will just be the prison, and we will remind them if they try to escape, they might awaken ancient dangers.
Good.
And
good deterrent.
Yeah, be killed by mechanoids, so don't try to escape, because fuck that shit. Who'd be dumb enough for it, am I right? Wink, wink,
I mean, if they succeed, they kind of deserve to get out.
Yeah. It's like Pepperidge Farm bread. If the duck takes the Pepperidge Farm bread, I would let him go. That shit is wrapped twice.
Yes, I went and read all those recaps that posted in the Discord recently.
Mm-hmm.
God, they're funny. some of the random shit that you guys did.
This is wood? No, this is sandstone. Thank God. Such as...
Well, I have to find it, but...
Yeah, Miriam's been doing all sorts of shit. She's been, like, putting them together and putting them in a place where everybody can find them and setting it all up into a new system. Yeah, it's amazing. Lampy Creative, if it makes it big, I'm hiring her as my primary research assistant, because I've never had somebody do what I say before in my whole life. Like, ever. Okay. And then the wall will continue here. And we'll just, like, wall... Is this ambrosia? I can't wall in ambrosia. Oh, unfertilized chicken eggs. Well, you know. We'll go around the unfertilized chicken eggs, because we might get hungry later. I'm hungry now.
I finally escaped my duties at the saloon, only to bump into my old friends on their way into trouble. The mithril hoard I found has turned into a star boat? Question mark? We were supposed to find a green crystal and smack it good. Instead, we find bright lights, moving floors, screaming rooms, and exquisitely furnished private chambers. While the others continued to seek trouble, I briefly took inventory of the captain's quarters. I claimed a unique bit of art to display in the saloon upon return.
Yes, unique.
As well as some quality plush cushions for myself and the Sharkman.
Oh, I forgot that they took the cushions.
We never found the green crystal, unfortunately, but how bad can an army of mind flayers be anyway?
Yeah, your continent is in deep shit, by the way.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
I might not have mentioned that earlier. Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne. No, I like Warcraft. Warcraft 3 was the last good thing Frozen did. Everything they've done since then just makes it right. Was Frozen Throne an expansion? Because if it was, what the hell was the rest of that damn game? They just did a re-release of that. It made a lot of people mad.
Is that the Lich King thing?
That was World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, we're talking about Warcraft.
I don't play
3.
Warcraft, so.
Warcraft 3 was a long time ago. Warcraft 2 was even longer ago. Warcraft 1 was when I was in fucking middle school. But James and I did play that. He doesn't have a Nostria character yet. That surprises me now that I'm thinking about it. How the hell did we get this far and we didn't Bogart James with a Nostria? His time's probably coming. But he's an essential worker, so he has to machine potatoes. Because he's from Idaho, and what else would he do in his life? He's actually married into a very nice family, etc., but really, he has the most Idaho job Oregon has to offer. He moved so far away to become a stereotype of the place he fucking came from. I love James. Best friend I ever had. Alright. See, I don't know what to do with this. Just build a wall and pretend that it matters. That's what I'm doing right now. Build a wall and pretend it matters. Yeah, that's how we do business here. And when monsters break into the fridge, I'll be pissed later.
Sorry about that. I was listening, but I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
So he does potato farming.
No. He machines the potatoes.
Oh.
Between James and the machines that James works with, like once a day they manage 30 tons of potatoes or some unbelievable nonsense.
That's not bad.
Yeah, the factory he works at deals with like a cubic mile of potatoes a day. Like it's an unimaginable amount of potatoes. And you're like, oh my fucking Jesus, where do those potatoes come from? And it's like, we get this shipment of potatoes from Idaho every day. And you're like, we grow a lot more potatoes than I thought. I mean, we're famous for potatoes, but that's different. That's like, holy shit, how do you fit that many potatoes in Idaho? Like, let alone grow them all. And it's daily. It's so many potatoes.
Well, they probably get used for everything.
Yes, McDonald's, Ore-Ida, and Simplot all exclusively use Idaho potatoes. That's a lot of fucking taters, dude. That's
McDonald's on its own would use that.
Yes, it is an incredible amount of potatoes. The weird thing is, we produce even more grain than we do potatoes. I was going to hold up the beer can, but I got rid of that years ago. But the beer, as well, is grown from grains that grow here, too. But the thing is, apparently, Washington grows more grains, more hops than we do for beer. And I'm like, are they making our beer out of wheat? Like, how can they grow more hops than we grow grain if we grow more grain than potatoes and we produce all of McDonald's potatoes? What is happening to those hops? Because unless they're filling the ocean with hops, I don't know how there could be more. It just seems amazing to me. It's like, yes, we just put 50 tons of hops into the Pacific Ocean an hour because it's the only way to deal with them all. Otherwise, we'd be buried alive and we would die. It's just an unbelievable amount of various things that are grown. Various agriculture? Those agricultures.
Agricultural products.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. So the prison is going to be an issue. Is an issue there because it's not. This is wrong and bad, and we'll just pretend. And it's too close to the exit as well because it should be 3 spaces. It's only 2. So we'll put the entrance over here, so that they're near the barn, which is going to really piss me off later when they start killing animals. But I suppose I'm just going to have to learn how to live with that. Unforbid all. I made the mistake of doing that in a mountain run, and there were insects, and droids and people kept trying to get the insects, and it was not ideal. That run was actually going pretty good, but I got 2 raids at the same time. And a cargo pod drop, and they just eradicated me. They burned me to the ground and pissed on my ashes. It was the worst. Like you
said, you get shit RNG.
It happens in this game, dude. Sometimes it's like, how can you have 2 raids at the same time? And it's like, well, this is a special thing that happens under certain circumstances. By the way, the guy that just crashed in their pod over there that's going to get killed by all these raiders, yeah, they're related to somebody in your colony who already has a major stress issue, so they're going to go on a psychotic break and kill all of you. Assuming there's any of you left after this raid. Good luck! I'm like, okay, we're just going to start over, because this did not work out. But the thing is about that one, as opposed to all the other crashes, that one crashed because the game ended. With violence and horror, but nonetheless. The others, the game ended, because the mods were so fucked up, I couldn't go any further. And I'm still not exactly sure why, but I suspect that the game is trying to treat the robots like they are either people or trained animals. And it tries to put scripts on them that don't work. And the script malfunctions ruin my game and make me sad. It's 1 in the morning. How are 6 people watching?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Like, the last time I did this, there were 2. Alright. You guys should accept that I am a loser and a failure and move on with your lives, because I have just spent, 6 hours trying to set up a base in Rimworld and have not unpaused yet. So clearly, you should wash your hands of me and move on with your lives. But I need another beverage because I am hungover and screwed up, and I'm going to trip and fall over this fucking Bolo's Guide, which would be a real shame because it's a very good book, and I don't want to damage it. Where did the 3rd edition Monster Manual 3 go? 3rd edition Monster Manual 3 is a very easily overlooked book, but there's a lot of cool shit in it. It is probably my most recommended 3rd edition book. Of all the 3rd edition supplement guides, and there were tons of them, and a lot of them are popular for different reasons, that one is something you can continue to get fodder out of for 5th edition. I will die on that hill. That book is awesome. If you have to buy a 3rd edition book, buy that one. It's crazy good. Alright, I'm going to get a beverage now, or I will die of alcohol. Hold this. Be anywhere, mate. There's a lot of them about. Oh, this is the package, the guitar strings. Yes. That was good, because I had to restring my guitars. It was a disaster. They have been quite bad for quite a long time. Okay. The barn is done. The storage facilities are built. The lodge is small, but it's there. The prison, for its faults. Royal bedroom. Fuck. Since this isn't walled in, the storage area is very confusing. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty big as it is. Maybe it's fine. Oh, shit. Pretend that didn't happen. Turn the god mode back on. Structure. The point is I'm trying to take over where my mod's crashing left off. This has to be walled off, because if it's not, the temperature will be uncontrollable. And it should be double layered in its walls in order to stop things from being unmanageably hot. No. No, because we're gonna put batteries in the hollow area. No, not that hollow. Not Hollow Knight hollow, for sure. Okay, so we'll put batteries in here, and then batteries, a door, and the doodah here, and just live with this sucking. This is the worst possible place for this thing to be. If this was literally anywhere else, it would be manageable. But it happens to be right where it would just ruin my day. RNG wants me to suffer. That is the answer. Okay, so go here.
You could move your whole base up.
I can't. There's a river
30,
in the way.
30 spots.
This is a
Just
river.
Build your battery bank in the Eldritch Horror Chamber.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to build something in there to celebrate the extermination of my unholy enemies. I have to delete the roof, though, or bugs will just pop up for no reason because the developer is confused about how the game works. Make roof? Why would I want to make roof? My misclicks are getting worse and worse. At least I've been drinking for hours, so I have an excuse. Alright, get this out of here. On my Sunday streams early on, I have no excuse. I'm like, it was a misclick, guys. It happens to everybody. But then toward the evening, I'm like, I've been drinking for hours. I misclick all the time. Clicking on actual shit is for fucking noobs. Click. You amateur scum, haven't you ever built your prison sideways?
I just realized it is Cinco de Mayo.
Well, it was Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is the 5th.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't have any tequila. But I got drunk on everything I had left. Except the beer, obviously, because I can't digest it, so I don't drink much of it. Which reminds me, I should take these pills in order to sort of alleviate as much as I can from that problem. It turns out beer's very difficult to digest.
Yeah.
It's basically a kind of bread that nobody bothered to bake, which is also technically poison. Which, when you think about it, should be difficult to digest, scientifically. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should help. Oh god, something's going on in Cody's Discord. I didn't notice it. Okay, oh no, it's very long. Oh god. What am I not doing? Google Docs, yes, Cody is correct. Go back, never mind. Do I get an asset? What is happening? Is there a fight? Is Mark fighting? Mark should not fight Cody. Nobody should fight Cody in his own Discord. This is a bad plan. Who deleted things, but I found all of the... Okay, apparently it's fixed. Asset for the report. Okay, good. Everything is peaceful and happy as near as I can tell. Alright, everything is fine. All of this is fine. It got a little hairy for a moment, but everything worked out. I seem fine in the end. What is this? Who is this?
I was on the edge of my seat.
Somebody's wrestling a jelly monster. Tabletop RPG Gamers. This is 2nd edition for sure. I recognize the priorities in the artwork. Ah, 2nd edition. My god, that was a long time ago. Where did my chopstick go? Yes. Okay. Something still isn't right. I'm sure I'll find it while I'm doing the furniture. Oh, outdoors here. Fuck, that's fun. I mean, I could set it here and then have it take up the whole area. This is gonna suck because it's fucking mud. And this will piss me off in a minute because I gotta do the floors. But whatever. We'll just pretend everything's fine and move on. Floors. Okay, everything that is tile. This is the royal bedroom, so we're gonna put gold. That means they're all gonna be the same. When you do this with 6, it doesn't work. You'd think it would, but it creates a more seemingly random effect with 6. Apparently, for some reason with 5, the pattern maintains itself. Wow. Okay, bamboo. I didn't bother to wall this off. Matt! Fuck you, you're in the middle of my living room! You disgusting pond! God damn it. I'm gonna try to delete it, but I'm not holding my breath. No! It just fucks up. It just breaks. There, they have a fill the hole order. Good luck. Hopefully it doesn't kill anyone or anything. Remind me to save before I hit the play button. This is real goofy, this one. Okay, royal bedroom. Oh, this is the fucking med base. Why do I keep calling it a base? It's not a base, this isn't a ship. The hospital. It's a fucking hospital. You dumb fat asshole. Matt, I need you to reference what you're yelling at me for being incompetent about, or I won't know what you mean. Because I'm sure that what is justified, I just don't know what it's in reference to. I do the same thing, by the way. In the chats with the various Twitch streamers and YouTubers I watch, I make references to confuse them all the time. And what might pass for my defense, though, I'm usually confusing. Boy, the ground is disgusting here. And then they somehow go...
Talk to you later.
Yeah, you have a good night.
You too, man.
And this is our drugstore, where we store our drugs. What kind of floor am I putting in here? This hardwood. I've decided I need hardwood floors, by the way, for the brewery, because the sanitary floors, the yeast can't live in. And I think we're using wild yeast. I mean, I assume we're using wild yeast. Where the fuck are you getting our yeast from? Dude, I know what you mean. I do it all the time. Sterile? Yeah, let's do sterile pals here. And then you know. We'll do the steel doors first, because it gets very confusing. If you use auto doors here, then the doors will remain open while people run in and out of the fridge. And they'll let all the cold air out and all of your food will spoil because they are very, very stupid. So you have to use the heavy steel doors in triplicate because of how difficult it is to open and close all of them in order to protect the food stores of the pawns from the pawns who are too stupid to maintain them properly. Fun facts about Rimwrold. Right, floor. Oh, I love this piece of music. Maybe I should cover this. It'd be easier than Pink Floyd anyway. What a bunch of bullshit! I don't know what this piece of music is called. I'll do two. There's just robots in the damn way. Okay, this one needs to be sterile. I don't know where the door's gonna go, so I'll deal with the floor later because I've got to dismember human bodies in there in order to harvest their organs. It's a very important part of my economy. Yeah, I fucking dare you to escape in there. This is bad, actually. But then it doubles the chance that something will go wrong. And then nail the back up there too. It's almost a little Chris Hemsworth when you get that back up there. I like Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth did Alien Isolation, I think. I always forget that. It's a collision of the worlds knowing that Chris Hemsworth did Alien Isolation because he does modular music. Oh. Yeah, very nice. No, that was too good to be true. I knew that was good. I tried it anyway. What is this shit? There's a bridge. Fuck your bridge. Also these. Ah, there's a cobra in my fridge! Fuck you! That species is the worst. Okay, let's see. This is done. Wow, I guess I'm done with that kind of floor. Alright, let's go on to... What else we need? Sanitary. Sterile floor.
Thank you for your time.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.